Alrighty.
Welcome everybody to the stream. I'm Charlie. I'm the DM for this group, and we are currently in Neverland, kind of exploring, getting our bearings. We are on session 3, so we really are just kind of getting into it. And I will let the players introduce themselves, and I'm just going to go in player number order. So first up, we've got Jake.
Hi friends. My name's Jake. I play Pointy. Pointy is a uh Pointy's a lot of things. Pointy's a dreamer. Pointy's uh a person with goals. And he is probably the oldest lost boy on the planet.
Hmm. Enlighten me. Tell us about one of those goals, because I just feel like I can't ever forget the goals I realized you had.
Uh Pointy wants to Pointy wants to find himself back where he believes he should be, which is uh, standing, a few feet below where he is, looking a lot younger, and not having to deal uh, with the strain and the responsibilities of being an adult.
And surrounded in a field of pixie dust.
That Annie wants to. He loves pixie dust. More of that, please.
All right.
Can't get enough of that pixie dust.
All right, and next we've got Dane.
Hi, name's Dane. I'm gonna be playing Brandel Evergreen. He's a native to Neverland. He's a good old wood elf. He has a lot of dealings with the Fae, so he's got a few little gifts and they have bestowed upon him, and all his goals really are is to kind of find all the little wonders that Neverland has to offer. Been here for a long time, and there's still so much he needs to find out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then we've got Kaz up next.
Hi, I'm Aphid. Aphid is, he's Aphid. He is a little rough around the edges towards people he doesn't quite know, especially those who aren't from Neverland and those who don't quite meet his expectations. And that's usually just people who are very much taller than him.
Okay, awesome. And then last but certainly not least, oh, and I did not turn your thing on. We have got Rotrum.
I am Rotrum. I am a lizardfolk artificer. I lived in Neverland all my life, especially around the areas where all the fairies live and everything. I'm quite good friends with a good handful of them, except for their king. My goals here at Neverland are to find all the lost things and make crazy gadgets out of them with both what's in those and the magic in Neverland.
Okay, awesome. And then, real quick, so the campaign setting that we are using is Neverland by Andrew Kolb, and it's a really good book to kind of give you some ideas of what to do if you're wanting to use this setting. He also has one in the setting of Oz, and he's going to be releasing an Alice in Wonderland one next year. So that's pretty cool. If you're interested, make sure to check that out. All right, and let's all go together. Anyone who would like to recap from last session? And it's been a couple of weeks, so it might be a rough recap.
So everybody, I was already there with the King of the Fae. I forgot his name. He's a very forgettable name. But everybody else went through their little riddles and whatnot and ended up there. And we all, for some reason, even though we already passed the test, had to pass another test, which you could have just included into the first test to save everybody's time, to go through this maze and find the exits. Eventually, we all found the exit. We escaped and everything, and now we're in some gnomish town, I think, or was it dwarvish?
It was Gnomish, but I'm gonna kind of start us up from there, so that's perfect. That is gonna be where we pick up from. Okay. Yeah, and just a quick note. So this setting is very different than most things I've ran. So definitely bear with me as I work on figuring things out. But hopefully we all have a good time with it. So, um, make sure you give yourself inspiration for that and let's get started. So you have found yourself kind of where we left off. You've gotten out of the maze. You've passed both of the tests that King Oberon has delivered to the group, and I'm gonna kind of go back a little bit just because we had some people who were out and whatnot. But so he's standing before the group. He looks everybody over as he's standing there. You see the maze begin to fade and the area starts to change. But as that is happening, he looks the group over and he's like, "Well, I suppose that you all will have to do for this, whether or not you know it and realize you've entered into an agreement with me. I will be keeping a close watch on the group, and I will be presenting more challenges for you along the way. Once I know more about what is needed to restore Neverland to its natural bounce, I will return to have you all help complete in that mission. This is going to prove to be challenging, and it will uncover things about not only just the pirates, but Peter Pan and the Lost Boys, and unfortunately, even the fairies." And at that point, he takes a glance at Aphid, like looks at you and kind of has like a um a bit of a sad kind of remorseful look because that is directly going to affect you. And then he continues, "It will be a hard task and requires only those who are sharp in mind and quick on their feet. And until then, be sure to keep on your toes and pay attention to the ever changing land around you." And with that, he gives a snap of his fingers and he quickly vanishes. And so you all are standing there and adjusting to what appeared to have been an illusion as the environment changes and the clearing with the maze that you were in does begin to give light to what Brandel, Rotram, and Aphid would know to be the start of the gnome hamlet. And I'll get into that, but as you all are standing there getting your bearings, what is your character thinking, doing, or saying to the group? And this is probably like your first real chance to interact as a group of 5.
Kind of stand up, dust myself off, kind of like mumbling to myself, stupid arch fade. Kind of look to the rest of the party. It's like, well, hey guys, I'm sure he didn't really give us much of a chance to actually meet and everything. It's kind of all high and mighty in his high horse, but I'm Rotram, and you guys hear from like within him just a very muffled but very well present tick tock tick tock tick tock.
Aphid is kind of like just fluttering, probably like in between like Rotrum and like Randall, because those are the people he knows, so he's probably sticking closer to them than the other larger folk that he doesn't quite know yet. And he goes, "Well, I'm Aphid. Uh,
Yeah.
Is that it, or you just?
I'm just Aphid. I don't."
Oh, that's fair. Okay, yeah, no, it's all right. It's just you said I'm aphid, and then you said and then it felt like there was gonna be more. Um, are we? Does anyone know? Are we just together now, or are we? Is this like a thing? Like what's going on? I'm a little I don't know. I guess a little confused.
Well, if any of my dealings with the Fae has taught me anything, is that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like Ron said, we are in a contract with them now, even if we didn't want to. That's just kind of how it is.
Oh,
So yeah, we are just now a party, I guess, doing
well,
something.
oh, okay.
Brandon,
Okay.
by the
Well,
way.
yeah. I guess we'll. Oh yeah. This is Brandel. Brandel's helped me out getting out of the woods. Um, my name's Pointy. Uh, nice to meet you guys. Um, Roland over here is my bud. So just kind of take it easy on him. Uh, I know he probably wouldn't want anyone to take anything easy on him, but he's my bud, so just be careful with him. Um, but it's good to meet you guys. I guess.
I
I
guess
don't know.
meeting you is.
Ooh, I should mention one thing. So, Pointy, as Aphid is talking, um it for you, you're just hearing a lot of like bells chiming as Aphid is talking to the group.
Like I can't understand what Aphid's saying.
Correct. You do not understand what Aphid is
Okay.
saying.
He
Okay.
speaks in bells.
Yes, he speaks in bells. I will say, roll me a history check, Pointy. Let's see what you can kind of recall.
Probably not much. Oh, did it roll?
Not much at all.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Wow.
3.
Yeah, you don't really recall much about like why that is. It probably does stand out to you because like you've been able to talk to fairies in the past, but like now like you're just getting a lot of bell chimes.
Okay. How loud are they? Are they like painfully loud or just like
I would say it's like a kind of like a high pitched jingle bell. So like not painful but like irritating.
okay?
So
Would
it's
it kind
like
of
Okay.
be
it's
like
like
how
Tink in the
Tinkerbell was?
movie type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, whoa, wait. Cool it. You. Jeez, am I the only one who's hearing this? There's like a jingle, like a jingle jangle. Uh, sounds like
That's
what are those things?
that's the
The bells on the sticks, and you hit them. It's like, but it's like really high.
Of course, he can't understand
Oh
me
no! Whoa,
now.
no, yo, wait. Oh, jeez.
I feel
What
like
is that?
Roland would also be like, yes, I totally like I'm hearing that as well in whatever language, like however he would say that. But Roland is
Okay.
also hearing the chimes, just so that's clear. For Brandel and Rotram, because of your connection to the fairies and being on the island and things like, to you, you don't pick up that it's the bells because it's just something natural for you. You're able to understand it. So it's almost as if for you all, like you're not realizing that yes, it's a different language and you're processing it because it's just so natural for you.
Am I the
yeah.
only
I
one
guess it
who's
does. Yeah, I guess the fairies language does sound a lot like bells. That's why when I want to speak it, I literally pulls up a bunch of bells.
Wait, it's a language? Well, can we not use that language? Can we like talk normal? I guess I like not do that.
I don't think I don't think fairies have the vocal capabilities of speaking anything other than gods.
Yeah, I don't know if they
Wait, so am I
have.
just so I just can't wait, can you okay, so my fairy friend, I didn't catch your name because I was just hearing bells, but if you could just like nod or shake your head. Can you understand what I'm saying?
He immediately just gives you this dirty look like, are you kidding me? He'll turn to Brandel and he'll be like, can you, like,
Oh,
translate this
jeez.
for me?
Oh,
This is gonna be annoying.
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ew.
this is definitely unfortunate, but yes, I will translate. So, like, anything that Aphis says to Pointy or anything at all, Randall is going to translate.
Okay, wait. can the fairy can he understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes, very much
Yeah.
so.
Okay. Oh.
You odd fellow.
Okay. I'm gonna take myself, put myself just a little bit over here. No offense. I just sound gets quieter the further you are away. Just trying to preserve my hearing right now. Um. Okay. So good to meet you guys. Is someone clicking? Is someone why? What is with these noises? Is someone clicking? I hear like a I hear like a ticking. Is something? Is there like a bomb? Do you guys have bombs?
Yes,
Or is it?
Wait,
yes.
there's no way that the crocodile should be here, right?
Wait.
What?
No,
It is our good friend
it's coming
Rotom
from
who is
you.
speaking.
Is you
Oh
my
yeah, that.
is that your what is that? Is that like you got like one of those mechanical hearts or something?
No, I ate a clock one day
Well, can I ask you why?
because the one-handed pirate threw it at me.
Uh
So
would
your
I
first
know would I recognize if I hear one-handed pirate, would I recognize who that is?
I guess that is like we don't need to roll on that. You can decide for your character. Do you think Hook would have been something that would have like resonated with Pointy all these years?
Um
If you can't decide, you can roll
I
to
think no,
decide.
I think Pointy would have thought a lot about Hook because I think when Pointy started to become a little more insecure and like question the Lost Boys and stuff, I feel like he might have I feel like
Maybe.
he might have maybe like start to be like maybe Hook was right, like maybe these Lost Boys are up to no good or doing stuff.
Okay.
And not like he's fully converted sides or anything, but just like I think he's definitely thought about it. So I think hearing that he'd be like he'd understand what that's about.
Okay.
Um
Yeah, and then so with that, just because I'm really bad at remembering things, I would also say so like Hook would resonate with you. You probably then, based on that answer, had a bigger connection to Smee as like that in between the Lost Boys and the Pirates type of thing. Smee was probably more your connection, but then obviously with that brings Captain Hook as well.
Okay. So on the spectrum of Lost Boys to Hook and his gang, I'm more around Smee. Is that
You're
am
I
I
mean you're not quite as round as he, but yeah, you're more around him.
let me s- uh
Like
okay, I was re I know who that is now. I was refreshing myself on what Smee looks like. But okay. Okay. That makes sense. That makes
So
sense.
Smee probably like seeing that you were kind of outcasted, Smee probably would have like taken you under his wing in a way, like while you were figuring out like what to do to give you a little
Uh-huh.
context.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Uh
yeah, hearing one-handed pirate that would definitely resonate with you.
okay. Oh, are you you're talking about you're talking about Hook, right? Why would just like threw a clock at you or
I mean, he did see me eat multiple of his men right in front of him.
oh.
It probably
Huh.
deserved it.
He was messing with some fairies, so yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, cool. I guess we'll okay, I guess I won't question that. Okay, you guys want to I guess we just go into the town or
Yeah, so
Yes,
in front
probably.
of
Yeah.
you all, you do see this large purple capped mushroom. Let me pull you over because it's cool looking.
let's go purple mushroom. Let's see.
Ooh, let's go.
Oh, why am I not? Oh, can you all not see it because of tokens? Is it black for everybody?
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
blocked.
taking
I
the
don't
black
see.
Okay,
box.
cool.
I don't see
It's
nothing.
There we
Whoa! I
go.
can see something.
Whoa.
You love
Oh,
technology. So you see this large purple capped mushroom. It has white dots on it. And it's up ahead on a
Ooh.
worn pathway. Standing near the mushroom, you can see a small figure that has a white beard and a green cap. And he seems to be pretty busy with placing drinks upon a large square table. And this stands out to you because as you're like looking at the square that he's placing this on and like how large it is, it immediately seems obvious to you that like the better shape would be a rectangle for like the amount of seats that this has. As you're looking at this and you continue, and then you see another figure that emerges from inside of the mushroom, and she looks to be carrying some papers as she brushes her long bright pink hair out of her eyes. You also notice that she has a quill in her hand. And Rotrom, Aphid, and Brandel, you would recognize that you're standing at the start of the gnome hamlet. And these two gnomes are Basil and Parsnip. And it looks like they are busy setting up. So the large mushroom is the welcome center of the gnome hamlet, and it looks like they are busily setting up to welcome in new visitors to the area and perhaps provide a tour. And as they notice you, and so first it's Parsip, let me see. Oh my gosh, I could do this a second ago and now I can't. Okay, here we go. So you notice this one first, in front of you, very brightly colored, the long
cute.
flowing pink hair. She definitely doesn't have the backpack on, but you take what you can get with Midjourney. And like super friendly, bubbly, and she sees you all, looks at you, and begins to frantically call out. And as she does, she's like waving and calling to the three of you that she knows, and oh look, we've got new friends. Look, it's Basil. Look, we have Rotrom and Aphid and Brandel, and they've brought two new friends. Upon making eye contact with Roland, she does kind of clam up a bit and isn't as chatty. But you see her, and then coming around, taking a moment to stop from his task of setting up the cups on the table, and you all are a little distance away from them, probably I would say like 100 or so feet, but like clearly got good sight of each other. You also see um Basil. Oh wait, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. And Basil is a little more short and stout, got this long white beard and that cap that you generally associate gnomes with, and he also looks at the group, and he's not as naturally bubbly as Parsnip is. I switched their names this morning. That was probably a mistake on my part. Not as naturally bubbly, but like still very friendly. And it's the same kind of thing. Like as they notice Roland from behind the group, they kind of clam up a bit. Like they're still waving and stuff, but it's like that wait, like they're kind of very hesitant. Like they're still super friendly towards the three of you that they know, but to Pointy and Roland especially, like now they've kind of shut down in a way.
Avid is gonna immediately like just fly right over and probably give the bubblier one, the one with pink hair. Names are hard. I don't quite remember the names you gave him, but he's probably gonna like just like full on just like sit on her shoulder and just ask her how her day is.
Oh, hi there, Aphid. How are you? It's such a wonderful day. What? Who are these new people with you all?
He full on makes a face. He's like, the one in the small clothes is Pointy,
Did he
and
eat up
the
my
other one,
lunch? It looks like
and the
he might have ate too much. Those clothes don't fit.
Probably. That makes a
does
lot of
this?
sense
Do I
for big
understand
folks.
these
They
people, or are
sometimes
they
eat
bell
too much.
too? Are they making bell noises too?
They're not making bell noise. Have you approached? Because Aphid said he flew over. Do you think you've caught up to the cluster?
Oh, probably not. I was just like, I didn't know how far. Like, if I didn't know if I'd be within hearing distance or not. I definitely haven't like approached fully or anything. So
Above game, it's just going to be fairies that bell noise is happening for you.
okay,
Yeah.
And
all
then,
okay, perfect.
Yeah,
he's
just
also
just so
gonna do.
you're aware, and if I forget, like both of us know. Yeah.
Okay,
So
perfect.
um, yes. Parsnip is talking with Aphid, and what about the scary one?
His name is Roland. I saw him fall from the sky. It was kind of amusing to watch.
Oh, I don't like it when people get hurt, but I don't like pirates. And I would say as that is getting said, the group is probably reaching. I wouldn't imagine that Aphid went incredibly faster than everybody else. So you all are probably within hearing, if not like close enough. Um, I, you know, you shouldn't have brought a pirate here. You know how everyone feels.
Don't worry, Ethan. Not Ethan. I'm sorry. Don't worry, Parsnip. Don't worry, Parsnip. This was a good one. He's not part of the Jolly Roger.
At
And
saying that, you hear Basil look, and he kind of puts like his hand on his side as if like he's ready to draw a weapon if needed, and he's like, "Well, how can you be so sure?"
I mean, I saw him fall from the sky, and I think he was getting shot at because I heard cannons.
Oh, that's what that cannon noise was.
Uh,
Probably.
yes, you're probably right. It's far uh too light out for the pirates to be out and about. And last I checked, Captain Hook wasn't really flying around, so this one must not be part of that group if he's up and about during the day. That's right.
And and the good king has entrusted us with some tasks. So it's kind of like if he was a bad pirate, he wouldn't be part of it.
King Oberon, did you all happen to see him this morning? I know he was about on the island.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we saw him all right.
Sparrow.
Well, he's supposed to be around later. We're having one of our festivals. I hope he's able to come back. I know he's got a lot of work and things to do. A lot
Very
are going
busy
on from what I
lately.
understand. Well, hopefully he gave our new friends quite the impression of Neverland.
I hope he did too.
That's about what you would expect from King Oberon, honestly.
Yeah, if he has a lot going on, he can be a little gruff at times, but he really is trying to do his best for the island.
He's a very good king.
Very annoying.
He's a good king.
Upon hearing Rotron call him very annoying, Basil kind of looks and goes, I feel like that feeling might be mutual between the two of you. I think that's just how you all get along. It's been that way for years.
Yeah. Also, Parsnip, I was looking around all these lost things earlier, and I found this. I pulled out like this binder that like opens up like a bunch of like card sleeves with like cards, colorful cards full of like these weird monsters, like creatures and everything. And this was just full of them.
Oh, you've got a book of, did you say monsters?
Yeah, we got this one yellow rabbit here that looks to be electric. We got this little turtle here with that apparently grows up to be something with big cannons on its back.
Oh my god.
We also got these a whole bunch of these shinier versions and with like different textures on them too. I really wonder what these are used for.
Do they print shinies on Pokemon cards?
Does
Yeah,
Pointy
some
know what
Pokemon
Pokemon cards are?
Huh?
I said, does Pointy know what Pokemon cards are?
Point. If Pointy went back to like the human world, maybe. But like this is Jake asking because I'm
Yeah.
like, I
No,
don't
they.
know if I don't think I've ever seen a Pokemon card with like a shiny Pokemon on it.
I
There are
think.
shiny Pokemon cards,
Yeah,
I think.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty
there's like
sure.
all different designs for them.
Yeah, I was talking about like those epic,
The
epic
like
Oh, the hollow
foil.
cards?
Yeah, I could probably go grab some from my wife's office. I think
foil,
she has some sitting on
foil.
her desk.
Yeah.
Oh, these are going back to Parsnip. These are really interesting. Do they do anything special? I mean, it's
I
okay. They're
have
really cool
tried.
looking, but if they do something special, that would be cool too.
I have tried everything I could have. I could have. I tried making machines out of things I could. I tried a little bit of alchemy here and there. I had the tinkers look at them. They have no magical properties to them at all. Maybe we gotta like unlock them or something. But you can see read from some of them what some of their attack powers can do and everything.
Oh well, I mean, these look
Yeah.
really awesome, and I think the little ones would love having some of these. Do you care? Do you care if I keep this?
Oh no, I bought this for you.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know. I just didn't know. That's so awesome. I really appreciate it. I'm sure all of our little ones would love to have a cartridge. Do you care if I give them out to people?
No, go ahead.
Oh, awesome. I really appreciate this. I'm gonna take this inside so nothing happens. Would you all like a refreshing cup of lemonade? We've made it from
Sure.
our spring.
Oh,
I think at this
that would
point,
be amazing.
Pointy would have walked over at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Some of you have helped yourselves. No problem. All are welcome. Basil, make sure to top them off if they've been drinking for a while. And she heads inside of the purple mushroom there, taking the binder with all the random beast cards. And as she goes in, Basil kind of takes a look around it. Is anyone needing any more lemonade? Some of you who grabbed a cup, no worries about taking it. I would too. It's so refreshing.
Can I uh can I detect magic on the lemonade?
If you would like to, you can. Yeah.
I'm just checking to make sure they didn't finagle with it at all. And in magic means, if it's poisoned, I'm kind of screwed. But like if it's magic means.
I love
Uh,
the trust you're putting in our newfound friends.
No, Pointy's just like covering his bases. People are putting stuff in everything, right? So
mm,
Man, Wongton must have been through some stuff.
give you 1 second. Okay. So as you cast detect magic on the lemonade, you do get a sense of, oh gosh, I am so bad with pronunciation, evocation when you cast that onto it. The three of you who are from Neverland, you would know that the gnomes have their own spring in the area. And that this lemonade would have been made directly from that spring.
If it's full on like downing the lemonade.
yeah, I drank already, so I think I'm all right.
Okay.
I take 2 cups lemonade. I drink one and then take the other and take the other. Kind of inspect it with its like somewhat magical properties. Could have used this to power something.
Brandel, do you drink the lemonade as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not downing it as Aphid is over there too. I'm just getting some light sips in. While May having a little conversation with Basil.
Okay.
I'm sure there are probably like
Basil.
fairy-sized cups for aphid.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
so here is, and I think the only real not real person, you all are real people. The only person this affects might be, Brindle, but how many, so between 2 and 1, how many cups do you think your character would drink?
I think
Depends on how much similar we're getting per cup.
I would say it's not solo cup size. It's probably like that next smaller, the real cheap. So probably like 8 ounces at most in the cup, and that's if the cup was to the brim.
Okay, and how hot is it outside? Because that's also a factor.
In this particular spot, the sun is kind of shining through, and it is morning and stuff, and so like the sun is up pretty high, so like it's starting to feel kind of like you can feel the warmth of the sun on your back. So you are probably feeling warm, but not uncomfortably so.
Okay, like 1 or 2 for me.
just because I'll probably be like talking to Basil and everything. I probably won't realize it, but I'll probably drink 2.
Okay. All right. If you, and I'm just gonna trust for you to be honest. If you drank 1 cup, roll for me a D4. If you drank 2 cups, roll for me a D6.
Hi. I drank cool.
Ooh.
Pointy drinking none.
Yeah, I sense a little some. I'm like, I'm doing all right.
Are you going with 1 then?
No, I'm not. Well, no, Pointy isn't drinking any. Is that not an option to just
Well,
not drink any?
you had said that you had gone over and got lemonade, so I assumed that you would drink some.
Oh no, I grabbed it and then I like detected magic and then I was like,
Oh, okay.
something's up with this, so I'm not.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
he was probably going to, but he was
But
checking it just to
yeah,
make
you
sure.
were kind of like looking it
Yeah.
over. Yeah. Yep. That is fine. Aphid, what's your roll?
I mean, aphid's kind of small, so
So
I
probably
think
1.
yeah, probably just 1. I don't think you could finish 2 whole like 8-ounce cups of freaking.
That's a lot for a fairy.
Well,
It's
so I mean,
tiny.
what size have you decided? Like, have you made aphid? Because I know I have a fairy in another group, and like they're 3 foot tall and stuff, and like kids can devour things. Like that's like kid sized.
I think he's like relatively small. I don't think he's like super big.
Okay. I mean, if you like, because of the setting, if you're wanting to be like, the standard like Tinkerbell sized fairy, like I'm cool with it.
Yeah, that's what I felt aphid was. I feel like he could easily sit on a gnome's shoulder and be fine.
Okay. So I would say thinking of you being that sized, kind of going back a little bit, there also would have been like appropriately sized cups for fairies at the table that would have been offered to you.
Probably like 2 cups, two
Okay.
appropriately sized fairy cups.
Yeah, so
Okay.
as you go to get your cup, you initially try to pick up one of the cups that everybody else's, and Basil sees you kind of struggling with like how do you pick this up and then drink it, because it would be like you basically drinking like a dog drinking out of its water bowl type of thing. He's like, oh no, here, and he like offers you this real tiny little cup of lemonade. This seems to be better for you.
Very much more appropriate size, I think.
All right, and so
Like
go
a little
ahead and roll a d6 for me.
So
I'll
like my
say he probably had 2 cups, so I'll
size.
roll 2.
All right. Okay. Your first one was a 6. So it was a d4 if you did 1 and a d6 if you did 2. Okay, so
Oh,
those
so the first one
numbers
was
are extra HP as you're drinking this refreshing glass of lemonade. If you are at full health, then you can take them as temporary HP. And Pointy, you're seeing everybody else drinking this, and like, yes, you detected magic and stuff, but like, you're seeing that everyone seems very refreshed, and that the three people who are from Neverland, like, they are very comfortable in drinking this, like, at their own pace, of course.
Mm-hmm. How?
I think Randall realizing that Pointy isn't drinking, he kind of just looks over. You not thirsty? It's pretty good.
No, it's not that. It's just some smells off. You know,
Also,
it could be a good off too, but
As you finish saying that, Parsnip comes up. Oh no, is it? Did I put too much sweetness in it? Is it too
uh,
sweet for you?
no. I sniffed it. I normally make my own lemonade, so I'm just like cautious, you know,
Oh, do
about
you do you have a
other
recipe? How do you make your lemonade?
with lemons
um,
Ah, I guess that
is
makes
kind
sense.
of the yeah.
Do you
With
add
lemons, I make them.
do you add a squirt of lemon for an extra level of zest? Sometimes if we have limes around,
No,
we'll add some
I'm not
in.
a big lime fan. I'm
Oh
not a big
well,
lime fan.
maybe that's what feels off to you, since you don't usually put lime. We do put some lime in ours.
Oh, that could be it. That could be it. Yeah, yeah, I'm not a huge lime guy. I but you know, I'll try it. Do you have lids? Do you have lids for these or
do you
like
have
a
a tinker?
cork? I like a really large cork that I could just like save it for later maybe or
No, but I think maybe, and you see Parsnip kind of point to the ground, and maybe taking one of these mushroom caps would fit over the cup pretty well. We've done that before to hold on to something we weren't quite ready to get rid of. Ooh.
oh. Okay.
No,
Actually, you know, it's cool. I'll come back when I'm ready and then I'll just get a fresh cup.
Suit yourself. We
That's
made it fresh from our natural spring that we have. That, and you see her kind of motioning down more inward into the hamlet that we have down yonder. That's where we get our water. And I will say, like, this map has the water flowing. It was more for the mushroom, so this is not at all accurate. I just like the mushroom. But she motions down towards the spring, and like, you can see the stream flowing to it, but like, you can't necessarily like see the spring itself, but you do see the water running right through the village.
okay. Uh yeah, that's a beautiful spring you got there. Um let's let's I just
Hey, it's
here
no
can I
pressure. You can leave it. It's not.
okay,
I don't.
can I
I'm not
shake
trying to
your
pressure you.
it's all right. Can I shake your hand real quick?
I
Is that allowed?
I Yeah, it seems it's different. I don't know if I've ever been asked to shake hands with someone. We normally kind of like do an elbow thing, but yeah, we can shake hands.
Oh, we could do an elbow bump. I'm just trying to get to know people here. I kind of yeah, I came to the island for things and those things are changing very quickly. So, I'm just
Yeah,
trying to kind of take in
elbows
my
up.
surroundings a little bit. Yep, elbow. Let's boop it. Boop. I'll
Yeah, there we
reach
go.
down.
Boop.
Kind of. Here we go. Um.
Brandon wants to get in
Oh.
on this.
Ooh, elbows
Well.
unite.
Yeah.
Everybody elbows in.
Oh, we're doing
Basil
a
reluctantly
group elbow.
brings his elbow into the group elbow 5 that we've got going on.
Aphid also joins in, because why not?
Rotrom, elbows in.
I elbow them too.
There we
I'll
go.
elbow
Now
in and.
we're all friends now. Oh, this is so
Okay, yeah.
exciting. Are you all going to stick around for the festival later?
There's a festival? One that I won't
Rotron,
get
maybe.
force pushed. There's what a festival that I won't get force pushed out of. Let's go.
I'm
Rotrom,
gonna
you know
roll.
that we have the best festivals.
I know. I'm still salty about that one time.
Can I go ahead and roll
I
insight
mean,
on the
Mhm.
gnome?
You sure can.
That's a 14.
What are you
And
trying
what
to
in particular are you looking for?
I'm trying to see. I'm just trying to. Does this gnome feel genuine? Like, does this gnome feel like they're genuinely trying to be nice and friendly, or is there like an ulterior motive that I may be sensing, or?
Always too
Um,
trusting. No one.
yeah, Pointy is not
It's just, these
trusting.
aren't my friends, you know. Like I got my friends, but these aren't my friends.
No, you're good. So
Go
I would say with that 14, you going from the extremes that you've had of the day, right? Like your first, like you're fired at with cannons. You know hit the ground. You meet Brindle.
Yeah.
Brindle definitely was helpful, um, to you, but like that was all of like maybe 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden you were in this like state of
Uh-huh.
illusion with King Oberon, and so like you are rightfully so very reluctant, and I think the um that kind of with King Oberon, like he was very standoffish and guarded, and so now you have this like in your face, very bubbly, and like, and she is an adult gnome, just to kind of clarify that, but like she's very childlike in it, like, you know, very over the top in her mannerisms and super like bubbly, friendly, like it just seems very off-putting from those two experiences. But like as you kind of settle in and like see that this is consistent between how she's interacting even with Rotram, who kind of in a way is like giving some difficulty, but like then, you know, they are like meeting him with being bubbly, and like then he is like, you feel
Mm-hmm.
that she is being sincere, and like, and so is Basil. Basil's not over the top with anything, but like you're not getting any kind of sense of anything, like no negative energy is flowing here.
Okay. Okay. I'll try the lemonade then. Um. I'll just
Okay.
do one. I'm definitely not gonna drink two, but I'll roll the d4.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and I would say that would be fair, that you would still be like, you're willing to try but not willing to overly commit to it yet.
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
Okay. And
Nice.
so for you getting a 4 on a d4, like that glass of lemonade, like especially after everything, like you're kind of feeling a little parched from all the like flying that you did to get to Neverland, like it just like hits right. Like it is slapping for you.
This lemonade just
Okay.
straight slaps.
Okay. Um. Oh, this is Oh, that's good.
I told you it
Wow.
was.
That's
See,
I'm not
promising.
normally a lime guy. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not normally a lime guy, but
That
yeah,
extra zest.
that's pretty good. I've been trying to watch my weight a little bit, so I don't know if I'm gonna be having two, but this is, I mean, this is, yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I like it.
Also got me that spring water. The spring water is
Yeah,
really
the
good.
spring, yeah. And we yeah, I usually just get like a bottled something, but you know, I mean, this is nice. This is nice. I like it. I like it. It's
All right.
good.
Like
I
The
don't
gnomes.
I don't want to pry, but like you mentioned, you know, watching what you consume, or whatever, and I'm looking at your outfit. Could you like, I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to pry, like, you know, you can see I dress how I dress, like and like looking around, like as you see gnomes out and about, like in the village, like Parsnip definitely stands out with all the vibrant colors, and like not that others aren't, but like she has like every color on and stuff. Like she is like the hippie of the gnome village, and she's like, like I get it, like you've got your style, but is that comfortable? It seems like it might be a little snug. Again, I'm
Uh,
not trying to be rude.
no, this is it's an adult outfit for yep. Like it's not weird. It's not weird. It's comfy. I'm very comfortable in this. Anyways, so you guys, we should go, we should go and
Oh yes,
focus on something else.
do you all want to maybe get a little bit of a tour? The festival's not for a little while, but you're welcome to go around. You could even go to the Funny Uncle if you want to.
Oh, shit, I love the
That'd
funny
be a good
uncle.
idea for the newer folk to get a tour. And I think we could tag along too. It'd be fun.
I want to bring
And
some of this lemonade.
Pointy, I think your name was, yeah. The gnomes do make a lot of good stuff.
I'm
So
sorry.
you
I'm
should be
sorry.
more
It's
open minded.
I really I promise I'm not like actively trying to not understand you. It's just it's not there. I don't know what it is. Maybe like it's a curse. Are you cursed? Are you cursed? You got a curse on you or something? Or?
Oh no,
Uh,
Aphid, are you not feeling well?
Wait, can you understand? Can you understand him?
Yeah, I understand him just fine.
I
Do you
just
not
hear
speak
like
fairy?
every time he talks, it's just bells and bells and bells and bells. You know.
He
Uh
doesn't. He's fairy. He doesn't.
you so the trick is as when you first come to Neverland and as you're getting used to your surroundings, is really like you have to believe in the fairies.
Believe? I
And
mean,
yeah,
of
it's
course I
more than
believe in the fairies. I mean, I know a fairy, so
but are you good to the fairy that you know? Like there's a lot to it, but belief is like the first step.
oh, um, yeah, like I believe in the fairies, so yeah,
But are
I
you good to
guess,
the
yeah.
fairies?
Um, I think so. Uh,
You've
I
never have you ever taken any pixie dust from the fairies?
uh, well, it's like it's different, right? Like it's not like you know, like
No, I'm not judging, but I think that's part of with being able to learn to understand them. Like it, depending on your relationship with them, it might take you some time. But the more that
okay.
you believe in them, and like even just now, the being frustrated by the bells, like that's probably not going to help you. Like you have to start really tuning in and listening so you can pick up those different pitches in the bells.
Well, okay,
Uh,
so just like don't get annoyed by the bells or
I mean, kind of like you want the fairies to feel like they can talk around you, and but if you're constantly being annoyed at them, then they're not going to feel like they can talk as much, and then you're not going to pick up on much. Like so, concentrate real hard this time. Aphid, tell me a one of your favorite stories that you can think of from being here on Neverland.
It'd have to be the time that one of the Lost Boys decided to ride on one of the bigger animals, and it went cuckoo. And I had to step in and calm it down. And then I had to scold the Lost Boy for being naughty.
All right, and so with that, Pointy, go ahead and roll for me a perception check.
12.
Okay. So as this time, like you were told to kind of focus in and listen, you did pick up on a few things. Like you recognized Aphid, him saying the Lost Boys. And you also picked up on like the word favorite. So like you're picking up some things, but not very much at this point. But like it did seem to be working, that the more you concentrated on it and like didn't let yourself, and it's not like being annoyed, it's that being annoyed and shutting down to hearing.
Okay. Okay.
See, did it work?
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll make sure to keep working on that, and I'll get it. I'll get it excellent. I'll get good at that.
Yeah, it just takes some time and some practice and patience, just like learning
Oh, for
anything.
sure, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 All right.
Yep.
To the funny uncle, right? Is that where we're going next?
I think so.
All right. Well, I need to get ready for any other visitors that we're having. But I trust Rotrom and Brandel or Aphid, either one of you can take our guest over to the funny uncle.
Of course. We got you.
Got
I
him.
hope you
Let's
take
go to
care
the funny
and
uncle.
making good foods and snacks and drinks and stuff.
Before we leave, I want to ask good old Parsnip, is there any way, that lemonade was so delicious, is there any way I could fill my water skin up with that, take me on the road?
You know, like it's not the best when it's not at its freshest, but you can definitely take some to drink later. But I don't know if it'll feel quite as refreshing. But you're welcome to fill up your water skin. That's completely okay.
Alright, thank you very much. Worth a shot.
All right. And as the group goes, man, these tokens are real big in here.
I think you can shrink them down, can't you? To
Yeah,
make them fit
that's
better?
effort. You all don't know me yet. I'm the lazy of lazy when it comes to my DM style. Okay, so as you all go, you see this large tree stump, and even though the tree itself has been like long cut down, it is very much like full of life. Like it even appears as though it might be regrowing. You can hear a lot of um like music playing coming from it. Like it's very cheerful. Like almost has like this exciting atmosphere even from outside. There are many vines that are wrapped around it. There are glowing flowers all over the ivy of the vines and the stump itself. There's even like at the like top of the stump looks to be like a little balcony area up there, and there's a short doorway and there's a red sign that reads the funny uncle. And it's kind of like that really almost like a child like painted it kind of font to it. You hear inside the clinking of glasses as you all enter in, and the gnomes greet you all very excitedly. They do become very quiet though, and I'm imagining that Roland is kind of the last coming in simply because he's not here, so that is what I'm going with. As soon as he comes walking over the threshold of the door, the room just kind of falls silent and like is scanning and looking across the group, and it's almost as if like they're looking to see is Roland like walking like with his sword drawn, like he's marching you all in. Like they're just very hesitant upon seeing him. You do see from behind the counter. Let me grab that. Oh, that worked a lot nicer. Okay. You do see this rather husky gnome. He has a very long beard, probably a little bit longer than that picture. Pretty large ears that's sticking out. His hair is great. He's wearing a apron. He's behind the bar. He is at this point is pouring some honey mead, and he too kind of like his stance almost changes upon seeing Roland walk in. But like unlike where everyone else has kind of fallen quiet, he looks at Rotram and he says, friend or foe?
Friend.
Are you sure?
Positive.
He's
If he was
good.
foe, if he was foe, I would have been him already.
That's true. You do like a tasty pirate, don't you?
I love a tasty pirates.
Well, all you're welcome here. So welcome in. Grab a seat if you want. And yeah, let me get some menus for you all. Let me drop you all in here first. Does this work? No.
Ain't D&D without a good tavern scene.
Hmm.
Oh, your tokens are tiny. The gnome. Oh, aphids. Oh, because you are actually tiny. I was like, yours is tiny. Why is everybody else? Gosh, dog it. Who am I
Because
missing?
I'm itty bitty.
Hey, no,
Me,
it's
because
fair.
I'm
It is.
not. I'm still at the mushroom. Should I be at the mushroom?
Oh, I'm missing everybody. Right, I haven't activated it yet. You're good.
Okay.
That I was moving your tokens in, so no worries there. And then what else do I need?
Oh, Aphid really is so tiny. Wow.
Yeah. All right. We just had menus made, so take a look and see if there's anything that you all would like. We've got some fresh out of the oven bread. We've got berries. We've got nuts. If you're feeling like some fish, we've got fish. I know it's morning, but you know it can be served all day. Vegetables, cakes, and pies. To drink, we've got mead and honey wine. We've got juice and tea, and of course, we wouldn't be anything without the fresh water from the spring. What can I do for you?
Can I get some mixed berries and some assorted nuts and a honey wine,
Yes, yes, of course, of course, of course. Would you like me to cut that up for you, if it?
please? They can be small portions. I don't.
Not the full size. You don't want to take any home today.
I'll
Not
take the
today.
grilled.
I don't.
I'll take.
I'm
Sorry.
not sure when I'm going to be going home. I think we're going on an adventure.
Excellent,
I'll
excellent.
take. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead. Sorry.
This is I'll take the grilled fish. But can you hold the grill?
That might be
This
too
is
hot for me, buddy.
No, I'm saying I don't want it grilled. Just give me the fish.
You want it raw?
Yes.
I mean, that's what he
Yes.
usually orders.
Yes, I know. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm not all about that. What do they call it? I've heard some people mention sushi. I don't really like that. It's too weird.
Really depends on the fish, honestly. I think not all
Well,
fish are good for that.
we've got our golden catfish. Some people were able to catch some over in the spring earlier. Very tasty.
Oh, I'll take some of that.
Yeah, and you all would know. So, the golden catfish is one that it can come in three different varieties. So white, gold, and black. And sometimes it can also be, I guess, like a calico where it's all the colors combined. I don't know if that's just a cat term, but we're gonna go with it. But it can also be difficult to find. Especially like if there's been any rainfall recently or if there's any storms like that can really impede being able to find these catfish. They're pretty not like overly difficult, but not plentiful all the time, and they are said to bring good luck, and a lot of places, especially with the gnomes, like they really thrive on having luck. So like you would also see as he's talking about the golden catfish, he kind of motions to this tank that has one of the catfish in it, and he like motions. He's like, "Yep, golden catfish. Don't let Buddy see you while eating it." And you get the sense that Buddy is not to be eaten. Like he is separate from anything else that they're serving.
Very beautiful fish.
All right, so I've got berries and nuts and a fish so far. Anything else for anyone? Brandel, what about you? What are you feeling?
Hmm. Been a little bit since I've had a good proper meal, so let's go with some bread, some roasted vegetables, and a grilled fish with some herbal tea, please.
Would you like me to hold the grill?
No, no. I'm not like my friend Rotram here. I like my fish cooked.
Fair enough. Me too. Me too. And what about the one with the wooden sword? What are you looking for?
His
I'm
name is
Yeah.
Pointy.
Pointy. Well, is it because of the I you have
The
on?
ears. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, is it because of the ears?
Yes.
Ah,
So hmm. I Has anyone ordered the berries yet?
Yes.
Okay. Um
I'm sure you can order the same thing.
I wanna try everything, you know. We got people trying that. I'll try the what kind of pies you got?
um, well, let's talk about pies. When you think of a good pie, what is it that comes to mind for you? And by
Uh
the way, I'm Uncle Poppy, or
oh,
the
uncle
funny
are
uncle.
you the funny uncle?
That's what they say. I don't really think I'm all that humorous.
Don't 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 knock yourself. You're
No,
very funny.
I'm just playing. I haven't gotten my laughter quota in today, so I'm not quite there. Just warming up. But yes, so when you think of a nice warm, or maybe you eat your pie cold, I don't want to judge, but what comes to mind for you?
Uh Definitely warm. Um I like when the crust has like that cross stitch pattern. You know what I'm talking about? Like where it like,
Mmm.
little checkerboard kind of thingy.
Yes.
Um I
My mom
like
was great at doing that. I'm not as precise as she is.
oh, that's all
Sometimes
right.
my
That's all right.
stitches aren't the best, but yes, yep. And what do
Yeah,
you
you
imagine
don't
being
gotta worry about
inside?
that. Inside probably what would be inside? Probably oh some type of cream cheese and uh cream cheese and like some type of berry. I was a really big fan of a blackberry and cream cheese.
Actually,
Um
that does sound really good.
and
On a real note,
it
yeah.
does sound. Wait,
You
say that
know.
again?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Aphid, could you repeat that, please?
Slowly this time.
Yeah.
That does sound really good.
Getting
Okay.
there.
Okay.
You know.
I'm a little bit. We're working on it. We're working on it. It's I semi understood what you said that time. So
Gotcha.
Yeah,
that's
I would
Learning.
say, especially with the added from I believe Brandel saying really slow. I think like as you focused in, you probably like got out of that like sounds good. Like so,
yeah.
most of it. Like you got most of that coming.
Yeah. I'm getting what like the meaning of the phrases.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yes.
you sound good.
So Uncle Poppy looks at the group and like realizing that you had Aphid repeat. He is so I see Parsnip gave him some pointers for understanding fairies. Well, hopefully, and then he turned, and you would have been able to hear him, because he is just speaking in common to Avid, but then he turns directly at you, pointing. He's like, "Well, I hope it's helping some. I know the ringing can be a bit much at times."
Definitely at times, but we'll get there. Yeah, I'll if you have like a blackberry cream cheese pie, if that's a thing.
I think that can definitely be a thing. We probably have a slice or maybe even a whole pie back there, so I definitely can make your pie dreams come true. Anything else? What would you like to drink with it?
Um,
I know it's not on the menu, but we do also, if a glass of milk would be refreshing for that, or
milk. Do you guys have apple juice?
yes, we do have fruit juices, and I believe we have some apple juices that are currently being turned into some fresh juice as we speak.
Okay, yeah. I'll do that. I'll do some apple juice if possible. Yeah.
Oh yeah, anything's possible at the Funny Uncle. Well, go ahead and you can take a seat, make yourself comfortable. No problem. I will go to the back and I will get our cook started on this. In the meantime, and he grabs from behind the bar and walks over to where he presumes that you all will sit at one of the tables that's empty, and he places on the table just some, oh gosh. Not the fancy nuts and berries that have just been ordered by the group, but just some figure foods and stuff for you all to kind of nibble on, while he waits, hard crackers. We'll go with that. Some hard crackers he places on the table, and then a little bit of hard cheese. And he goes, treat yourself to this, and I'll get your food out here in just a jiff. And with that, he does go to the back, and you can move yourself on the map. I don't this isn't something you need the map for, so feel free to not as well. But he does go to the back and begins to work on getting things. You can hear the nuts being chopped. It seems to be a little bit of a difficulty as he is back there chopping, and every now and then you hear him say, "Ah, bugger, that one rolled off." But very he's very positive in his tone and everything. He's not as overly bubbly as Parsnip, but he's pretty close to being the male counterpart of that, with super friendly and just a really, you can see why people come here and stuff, because he makes himself very available, as he brings out at first the chopped nuts and berries, because that's the quickest thing to get done, and the raw fish. He brings that stuff out first, and he says, it'll just be a minute for the things that need to be cooked, and that pie is smelling delicious, if I do say so. And he brings out your drinks and places them on the table, and he looks around to you all. Anything else that I can get to you all while we wait for the rest? And I am sure your friends don't mind. Those of you who have hot food, or who your food's here, you can go ahead and eat, or you can wait. Whatever feels
Yeah,
good
no,
for the group.
you guys go ahead and eat. Go ahead and eat. It's fine.
I did order a lot, so it may take a little bit. So
Hey,
y'all,
a hearty appetite is just what we need here at the Funny Uncle. We like people to leave nice and full and ready for their day. And we've got quite the festival coming around, so you've got to have all the energy you can for that. Well, anything else
we're
from
able
this group?
Well, I'm all set.
You know what? A good meal isn't great without dessert. Let's go with a bit of an apple pie for dessert for me.
Oh,
Ooh, would you like to have ice cream brought out with that?
You read my mind.
Oh, I knew it. Just kind of hits the spot having a little bit of that along with the pie. Anyone else feeling pie? Any turns and looks at Pointy and goes, should I bring some of your pie out now to eat with everyone else and then bring out the rest of your pie for dessert?
Um,
I've lost the menu.
yeah, just bring out what you got ready when you get it. Is fine.
So the whole pie all at once, or do you want me to bring it out in chunks for you?
No, actually, yeah. If you do, I'll do slices. I'll do slices. I like slices.
I popped up the menu if I think
Thank
if it
you.
needed it. Yeah. Alright, so he then like getting more requests in. He goes around and you can see like as he goes and talks at each of the different tables, he's just very like sincere. Like one table you see him like quickly take a seat as he's talking to them, and like just the conversation seems to go back and forth, and it's almost as if each person in here is like a dear friend to him. And then he goes back to the kitchen and he comes out with everything else. All right, this should do it. And he begins passing it to the group here. I've got the grilled fish and the roasted vegetable, some bread. Um, and oh yes, of course, I can't forget. And he turns and he looks at Brandel and he says, "I will be sure to bring out your pie in a little bit, but I've got one here." And he slides over to your Pointy half of a pie with like the um lattice patterning on it is like precise. Like whatever he was saying about like he's not good at it, like it looks absolutely perfect to you, and it has that cream cheese and blackberry mixture, and it even has a little bit of blackberries like up on the top. It's very warm. The smell is just like very like sweet and like inviting to you as he places it down. He goes, I wanted to make sure it was like it was perfect, so I warmed up the plate to keep it nice and warm for you. And he hands that over. Be careful, it might be hot to the touch.
Oh,
I think he's
geez.
probably gonna
Okay.
have a small piece of cake after his berries and nuts.
Ah, yes. What kind of cake
Oh,
do you want?
They have chocolate cake.
Of course we have chocolate cake. How can we not have chocolate cake? Um, so should I get you a fairy-sized piece of chocolate cake, or are you feeling adventurous-sized piece of chocolate cake?
I think a fairy-sized piece of chocolate cake would be best. I would like to fly after I'm done my food.
Of course, of course. He turns and looks at Rotram and goes, how is the golden catfish? Can I get you another?
Yes, please. Because
Yes, no,
I
no problem.
um hey, can I like go to this piano right over here and just roll performance just to see
Yeah.
just for the heck of it?
The more you all do, the less I have to do. So yes, of course you can.
Yeah. I am the worst piano player ever. This is actually my first time ever touching a piano. You guys ever like had a baby on a piano? Dun, dun, dun.
As you do that, you kind of see Uncle Poppy like kind of like flinches a little bit, which is like very out of character for him, but then he like kind of straightens his posture up and is like, it just needs a good tune. I'm sorry, I should have told you that before you sat down. It just needs to be tuned.
It's okay. It's okay. I got you. Then I pull up my right tools for the job ability to form a tuning fork. Open it up, take my tinker's tools, and get to it.
So as you're doing that, like you have your tuning fork out and you're going through that process, like nothing to you seems as though it needs to be changed.
Yeah, this piano is a tip top shape. I close it with like a single tear coming down my eye.
It's
Yeah,
okay, Rotrum. Let me This is how you do it. Please let this actually be good. This is how you do. Oh, okay. I'm a little better.
man.
You at least understand that the notes on the left are lower, the notes on the right are higher.
I think that they're both
Not
trying to
supposed
play
be
at the same
talking.
time, so it's just not sounding good at all.
It's probably better if you don't start with a duet. But again, I think the tuning is just off a bit. I might be missing a couple keys. It's definitely not you all.
I look down. Is there any keys missing?
You look, and I mean, the piano is definitely like older and stuff, but like it's very well taken care of, and you would know that the bard for the gnomes, which I am spacing on. I think Melody is the name. If I change it, I apologize. You would know like Melody is very particular and like would take extreme care of the piano and making sure it's always ready for a performance. So like you look at it and just as you would suspect, like nothing is missing from it.
I think Poppy is just trying to save our self-confidence. Maybe the piano isn't really for us, Rotram.
Yeah, it's not. I just thought I'd give it a go.
Maybe this flute or the harp is more our style.
Maybe.
Please don't break anything.
All right,
We won't. We won't.
all right.
All
I'll
right.
try the
I
harp.
mean,
You try the flute.
Okay. Yeah, you move over to the harp, and as you do, Uncle Poppy like kind of looks and was like, just remember, be careful, because I'm gonna tell Melody it was you. I'm not taking the blame for anything that happens."
That's
Don't
okay.
worry.
I say I pick up the recorder over there, just blow very hard, and it's.
All right, roll your performance checks on that.
Wait, hold on. That's persuasion. That's persuasion. Misclicks. My bad.
Let's go
Oh,
performance checks. Come on, y'all. Y'all got this.
Don't
if
forget,
it
one of you
flies
has
over to sit on
inspiration.
top of
Well,
the
at least one of
piano.
you.
oh, I'm
Az
so
has
much
it.
better at the harp.
So, Rotrom, I don't know if you want to use it, but you can. But you do have inspiration, so you can re-roll with that.
Um.
Or you can sound awful. It's totally up to you.
Let's think. I like sticking to this theme. We're just that bad.
Okay, so as you all
I don't know about
go,
you.
and Brandel begins to strum on the harp, like you see Uncle Poppy just kind of like, he's vibing with it. He's like moving a little bit and really kind of getting into the groove and is like, huh, this is kind of nice. What kind of music do you think Brandel would be playing? Like, what kind of beat does it have going on?
I honestly think it would be very reminiscent of back home. The kind of very slow music of the elves kind of just gets you just really relaxing. Nothing too hard. Just a nice little tune.
Okay.
Some Megadeth.
So like some
And
like
then, and
lo-fi stuff
then,
going on.
I
Yeah,
think or
and
Death
then
Punch.
Uncle Poppy is just like, he's really liking it. And then Rotram, you pick up the recorder there, the most basic, and it is like it's not a flute or a clarinet or anything, like it is a very simple recorder that Melody, like when she has the youngsters come up to help her, with the performance and stuff on family nights, like this is what she gives to them. So very simple, um should be pretty easy to like not make the best tune, but like make it so you don't want to stab your eardrums out, but you just blow into it with like all your might. And like again there's that flinch on Uncle Poppy, and then he's like, I think that one might have some bread or something, something's not working, there's something shoved inside of it. I'm just doing his best to be positive as you're just really laying into this recorder.
All right. I think
I was like, you don't got lie to me. I am literally the worst at this.
Hey,
yeah.
your fish is up, buddy. Come on, you not buddy. We don't need buddy, but your fish is up, Rodrum. You probably want to come and finish
Oh,
your
oh boy,
breakfast.
fish!
And
I run up and eat the whole thing whole.
you notice though, like he has like overstocked like your plate. It is like a pile of this fish and stuff, like whatever. And even as like you're looking, it seems as though it's not just the golden catfish, because that one is harder to get. Like there are other fish that are tossed in, but like he tried to make sure you had enough food to keep you occupied.
If it's gonna just
I'm
like
just-
full on just like walk
I'm
across
just-
like piano
I'm just
keys.
like I'm just eating them whole, like one by one, just like
Oh my god.
how you would like expect like
didn't,
a reptile to fish.
I didn't take out the bones. You probably want to be careful with that, buddy. Not buddy. Rotrom.
If it's gonna full on like just like walk along the piano keys, can I roll performance to
Of
see if
course
it's
you
any
can.
good, even though he's
Yeah.
just walking? No.
Oh, that was so close
You
to being on
already
a 17.
Rotrom.
It's just like
Um,
a bunch of like little noises as he goes across the piano. Just
So what I'm imagining with a 3 on that is like you're not even walking, like you are like stomping on, so it is that like effect of like a kid like just taking and bam bam bam, like that's what you're doing. You are like butt flopping onto each key, like just slamming yourself down onto it, and like it is not making a beautiful sound.
he wanted to try and make some noise too, but he knows he's small, so he was trying to put a little bit of force into it, and it just didn't turn out as well as he thought it would.
We should start a band.
Let's do it. Let's
I
start a
don't
band,
think
you
we'd
guys.
be very good.
I don't know about you,
Okay,
but
so it's fun.
I'm killing it on Discord.
All right, and you all continue to eat, and I
As
think
88 confirmed, he can't sit still.
real quick,
I-
let's do. Oh, go ahead.
Nothing. I was just saying. I have realized that the arrow keys move my character, and I am fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah, if you have a stream deck, there's a thing called material deck, and that can also move your character. That's like my favorite way. But let's do a quick break because we've gone a pretty long time. So let's do let's go with coming back at 12:50 Central Time. Does that work for everybody?
Yep.
Okay, so hour 15. Got it.
So about 5 minutes, we will be back. Chat, if you are hanging out, we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We just did a quick break, and we are currently playing Neverland D&D setting. And right now, we are at the Funny Uncle, where Uncle Poppy is delivering some delicious food for all of our players. So yeah, you all are at this point. All the food has been brought out. We have Rotram, who is just slamming back these raw fish. And you guys are kind of gathered around the table eating, or maybe trying to break all the musical instruments. I have no clue what's going on with that. Only Brandel seems to know how to play anything. But as you all are sitting there and, like, you know, getting acquainted with the group and even, like, with each other, because, like, I would say Rotram and Aphid, you two probably have the strongest connection between each other. And then I would, like, for you, Brandel, I would say, like, you're probably more on the outside of that, but, like, if anything, your connection would be with Aphid as well. So, like, you
Yeah.
guys are all, like, aware. The three of you are definitely aware of each other, but, like, not necessarily in the same group, if that makes sense. So this might be the first time that all three of you are in the same place at the same time, like, collectively together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you all are sitting around the table, and, like, all of this food as it's coming out, like, it like it's that thing where each thing you're eating just feels like comfort food. Like, it's, you know, like the warm slice of bread where the butter is just melting off of it. Even the vegetables are, like, perfectly roasted. The grilled fish that has been grilled, there's nothing at all wrong with it. The bones have been taken out, like, nothing at all to worry about. It looks delicious. It feels as though there's no way it was possible for this to be cooked to such perfection in the amount of time that it took, especially, like, for each of you to have exactly what you were wanting. And the pie that you got, Pointy, like, it is exactly how you, like, pictured and described it, like, right down to every, like, essence of it.
Huh. Oh wow, this is I mean this is pretty spot on. This is I mean this is basically like exactly what I ordered. And you just had this stuff laying around, or?
Well, I can't give away all my secrets, but I mean, there is a pie eating contest later today, so, like, we do have a lot of different pies around those. Some of them not as good as others, but I just had a feeling what you were looking for, and yeah, wasn't no problem.
Oh, well.
This place always
Thanks.
has the best food.
Yeah, I'm
One of my
noticing that,
favorite places to
actually.
come every once in a
Just
while and stock up on their good stuff.
Yeah. The festival's also a lot of fun. I think Pointy, you'll have a lot of fun here.
We
I mean,
pride
their last
ourselves.
festival was a lot of fun. Though Rotram did get in a bit of trouble and got kicked out. That's a story for another time.
Don't remind me.
Pointy, would you be more focused on eating, or would you be where would you be focusing more, eating or, like, listening into Aphid at this moment?
uh I feel like I'm probably focusing more on eating. I mean, this is like my dream pie right here, you know, so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
like you would
as you're
100% get that.
eating that dream pie, the only thing that you pick up from Aphid, like, you're chewing on a bite of it, like, really taking it in, and
Yeah.
you, like, pick up on him saying kicked out is, like, all that you have heard from Aphid. All right. So you all continue eating, and Uncle Poppy, he's moving around, checking in with everyone, and um, like, he comes over and he sits down with the group at one point. Like, he pulls a stool over, and you're not even, like, sure where it came from. It's like a very small stool that he just kind of, like, hops on, and he's not even, like, it puts it so like his eyes are like right above because it's such a short stool, probably like a little step stool, if you will, and like he just kind of plops down with the group, and like you do kind of realize like, oh, he's just constantly like has the stool like right there so he can just like sit down pretty easily at each table if there isn't a seat for him. And with there being 5 of you, like your table would be full. So like he plops down and he says, all right, so we've got new folks here, and I love knowing about new folks. We don't tend to have a lot of outsiders coming in from Neverland, or well, coming into Neverland, and when they do, they're not normally coming here. Normally they're coming with Peter and the Lost Boys. So, what brings you in? Why are you here?
Uh, I I'm just trying to trying to I got some things to attend to. Um, things are a lot. I'm not how I'd like to be, and I guess I'm just came back to Neverland hoping to fix that. I know my buddy Roland's in a similar boat, so yeah.
Yeah, he kind of nods at you and he goes, "Yeah, I'm not quite what I would like to be too sometimes it seems. We all have those moments. Hopefully you're able to sort it out."
Yeah, yeah. Anyways, pie eating contest. Is there like a sign up for that or?
Uh yes, as a matter of fact, there is. I let me go grab the clipboard that Parsnip gave. She's having us handle it. She feels we could I don't know how she put it, be a good judge of if somebody has the uh I guess if you will stomach for it. I'm not sure what that really meant, but I'd be happy to get you signed up. You said Pointy, is that the name I should put down?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyone else want to do it? I feel like Rotrom could probably be pretty good in a pie eating contest.
He might
Can
be
magic be
feeling.
used?
Rotrom's probably still feeling a little bitter from the last time. He wasn't quite as up to speed as he thought he would be with it.
Ah.
I don't know,
Well,
Rotrom, have you recovered? Are you still feeling some shame?
I only lost last time because they weren't pirate shaped.
I don't think that's necessarily why, but we can go with that. Yep. I don't think these ones today are either, buddy. But maybe. You just have to
Can I use
believe.
magic?
Use magic to eat the pie? I'm afraid not. The pies are probably they're probably too big for you, Aphid, but you're welcome to try.
I mean, I can be other things. I just want to know if it's okay to be other things because I never really participated before because I was too small.
Hey, no, that would be cheating. You can't just turn into something with a bigger mouth than everybody else.
Well, and like you see him kind of flipping through this like on the clipboard, like it is jammed full. Like at the very top is the sign up sheet, but then there's just like probably 2 inches worth of like a manual, if you will, about this pie eating contest, and he's like
The
flipping
rule book.
through, yeah, the rule book, and he was like, Parsnip like covers everything. Let me take a look and see. And he's like going through. He's turning the pages pretty quickly, but like you see, like he is actively scanning and stuff, and it doesn't look like he is just turning the page. Like he is trying to read through. And he was like, Aphid, I it doesn't say that you can't. The only thing that I can see is all it says in section 543 2A is whoever starts the contest must be who finishes the contest. So I think whatever form you start in is got to be what you finish in.
And how long is the contest?
Well, that's until somebody wins. So it just depends on, like any eating contest. How long does it take for everybody else to give up?
So basically, it could take 5 minutes or 5 hours. So keep that in mind.
No, you know what? Actually, I'm better. Let me check. I'm sure there's a time. I'm always the one over here preparing the pies. I don't necessarily get to partake in the festival. I got to make sure that once that's done, I have a good meal here for people who didn't participate in the pie but have been in the festival all day, pretty hungry. So let me check. And he like thumbs through, and he goes,
You bring it in here.
it looks to be that you're going to probably spend, I would say, less than 10 minutes. I don't think it goes any longer than that. It's not, this is different than when we had the goat burger contest, that you're not trying to eat as many as you can. These pies are a little different, but and I, they can be, a little reckless, but we have a cleric close by. This is one of our favorite games to play, and like the winner, like it's definitely worth it. But if anything goes off the cut, like there's a cleric there who it's actually Dr. Bean is there, and she's ready to heal anyone who needs it if any injuries happen. But yeah, there is a little bit of risk, and now that I'm thinking about it, he thumbs through, gets to the back. He goes, "There is a waiver form that you do need to sign if you're participating," and he slides that over to Pointy. Is there anyone else who might be interested in participating?
You know, sure, I'll give it a try. I know exactly what I'll be.
Sign
And
me up too.
yeah, he takes out the forms. He slides over to Aphid one that is appropriately sized for a fairy, and he goes, "I thought maybe this time might be your chance, so I especially printed this one for you. I actually wrote everything out myself, and just so you'd have something your sized. It is
I feel
very big.
sexual.
Yeah, of course. As you look at it, like it's legible, but like only just legible.
Yeah, I mean
So
that's fair. He's
yeah,
not the right size to be writing in fairy size, but if it'll sign it and hand it back.
and make sure you've read over everything. If there's any questions, let me know. I'm happy to thumb through this ginormous rulebook for you. And he knows that like Aphid and Rotron, like you would know exactly what you're signing into. Brandel, did you say you were gonna sign up as well?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you all would know like what you're signing up for. So like he doesn't like he definitely like makes that offer to you all, but like doesn't pay much attention to you because you've been to these festivals before. You've seen it happen. You're not like
No,
too shocked by it. But he does like look at Pointy and Roland and says, listen guys, if there's anything that you want me to go over, I'm happy to. But like basically the form, the shorthand of it is, it's just saying that if something goes off the cuff, that you won't be bitter towards the gnomes. And like I said, it also covers this. We do have our Dr. Bean will be there ready to administer any healing and any of the effects that happen. They're all temporary. This has been something we have practiced, as long as I know, and I think it goes back to as long as we have been here on Neverland. But if you don't want to, no pressure, of course. But like, let me know if I need to erase your name. I guess I jumped the gun and I wrote it down. But let me know if I need to erase it or if you want me to keep it. And Roland, if you want to sign up, please let me know too.
Yeah, I know I think I'm good to do it. I think. So yeah.
Oh, awesome! That's excellent. I mean, we love when there's someone new and different coming in because we never know like what to expect, how you're going to react, and I think that's great. Would Pointy be hesitant at all? Do you think, or like has Pointy kind of like because the lemonade was a place of hesitance, but like, do you think Pointy is
Mm-hmm.
warming up at this point?
For sure. I definitely think that Pointy is like he's thinking back and he's like, this is a place of wonder, and he's like, you know, believing and all that. And I think he's starting to realize that he's been pretty distrusting ever since he left Neverland, and he could probably use with not starting to not think like the worst is always going to happen.
Okay. Yeah, how is everybody else at the table feeling at this point? Like you've signed up for an event, so you're gonna be around for a while because it is morning. It's honestly probably like at this point, it's probably I would say with all the talking and banter and everything, probably like 7:30. Um, because that like illusion sequence, like that was the first. So you all came in and that happened like right at 6 o'clock. And as a DM, I probably didn't do the best of explaining each of you like your initial riddles. They were all happening at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
or like very like firing after each other. And then that maze, like it may have seemed like a while for you, but like all of that like ended, and it was like right at 6:06, and that's when King Oberon left, and now you're here and have been enjoying yourself, like talking with Basil and Parsnip, and now at the Funny Uncle. So you're probably looking at it being about 7:30 in the morning, and the festival will start probably like 1-2ish is generally where they start. So like you have a little bit of downtime, but like you're being very welcomed into the Gnome Hamlet here.
Okay. Noted. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, with downtime, um, I feel like maybe do we have to would we have to pay for housing or anything, or would that be covered?
Are you asking in character or above tape, like above game?
Um,
Are you
I get
asking me or Uncle
I'll
Poppy?
I'll ask I'll ask in character real quick. Excuse me, quick question. Is there like a place to stay? Is that gonna how much is that gonna put us back about, you think?
Uncle Poppy hearing this, he like looks over and he's like, "Oh, I guess I didn't realize you weren't staying with your friends. I would have offered sooner. You are welcome. We have rooms here at the Funny Uncle, and it's at no cost. So if you
No,
and Roland, is it? I think Roland is your friend. He's kind of quiet. If you all want to stay here, we've got a room. You would have to share it. I don't know how close the two of you are, but we do have a
that's
open room.
fine. Do you guys just not use like money here? Like, am I going? Do we not pay for things?
Uh,
What's money?
well, Road Trum over here tries to not pay for things everywhere, but here within the Gnome Village, we want people to feel welcomed, so long as they are welcoming to us. And I know, and he like looks at Roland. He's like, "I apologize. I know I immediately asked, for one of your friends to vouch for you, but like, I felt the atmosphere kind of change when you walked in. We we're not super trusting of pirates. They kind of have a bad name on the island, and if those cannons were being fired at you, I think maybe you get that. And so we're kind of hesitant when
Yeah,
it comes to pirates, but you had someone who vouched
yeah.
for you. And so like aside from that, like we try to be welcoming of anyone coming in. And so we like work really hard as a group to like earn money like outside of our village here. In fact, we have a group that's out, even though we have a festival happening in a bit, we have a group that's out on the rope bridge working on repairing that, and they're going to get a little bit of coin. But overall, a lot of Neverland doesn't use it too frequently, but we don't use it at all. We want everyone to be able to come and to enjoy, so we get the coin that we need, so we have what we need, so we don't
Oh.
have to charge people within our own village. So we all kind of
Yeah, no, that's
work
awesome.
together.
No, I like how you guys do that. That's I think that's a good way of doing things. Um wow, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, that
Yeah.
said, like we all kind of, and like you're new, so we definitely don't expect that from you, but like we all just kind of try to make sure everybody has what they need. And uh out of character, Brandel, you hunt, right? Like that's part of your character. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Uncle Poppy looking at Brandel is like, yeah, so Brandel sometimes will bring us buy anything that he has caught and stuff so that we have it and we can serve it to others, and and then when he comes he's able to get a meal as well. So we just kind of do those different things. Rotram, he brings by some stuff we don't know what to do with it, but like he's always bringing something by for us to see what he's been tinkering with. And Aphid, he will bring stuff by or help or like entertain the young children and things. So like everyone just kind of contributes and we keep the village going.
Oh, that's yeah, that's awesome. That's all. I mean, you guys, yeah, this sounds great.
Yeah, we
I like it here.
try to stay as much out of the way as we can. This is kind of like our own little space. We don't really get a lot of outsiders coming in, and not that we don't want outsiders coming in, but like you got to build that relationship. So if you and your buddy had just strolled up here, you probably would have been greeted very differently. And I don't know, like I know the funny uncle, like the patrons here in it, they kind of tensed up. I don't know what it was like at the community center. It might have been that same kind of tension, but it probably would have been
Yeah.
worse if you'd been by yourself and stumbled in. Like we try not to attack anyone, but we might have if you'd been alone. So like, we, like I said, we don't get a lot of outsiders in, but it's just because we want to protect what we have going on too.
Yeah, no, that makes yeah, it's all good. That makes sense. You got to be careful. There's some people out there who are, you know, not the greatest. But
I will say the one exception is we do host these large festivals, and so throughout the day you might see more people than we would normally have here, and that's just something that we like to do as well. And those people who aren't from, it's also a good way. And again, you've been vouched for, and you're with people that we as a village like have kind of accepted in, so you're good. But like other people coming in, they sometimes will bring if you will, I guess, payment, not necessarily coin, but like they'll bring something in order to come in and enjoy in the day. Or like with the pies, they might bring a pie themselves and things like that, just to kind of keep it going. But like we manage running everything.
okay. Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. I think yeah. I'm kind of speechless. I'm very just kind of blown away at all of this. Yeah, wow. Okay, well, does anyone else who's not already in the pie eating contest want to join?
I think that's Bailey just rolling. I think he seems to be not really interested in a pie eating contest.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
He's warming up
Um.
to it. Uh, out of game, we just need to remember to mention it to him, because I don't think we will get to the pie eating contest today, but
Yeah.
just so
Well.
we can
Okay.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's probably
Yeah.
a little like, since they were hesitant towards him, he's also hesitant towards them, type of thing is what I would infer is happening on that. Yeah,
Okay.
so Uncle Poppy like looks over and was like, "All right, so the two of you are staying. I mean, I know the rest of you live here on Neverland, but it can be a while to get back. So, are you all needing a room for tonight? And one thing, this actually brings us to a good point. Let some game knowledge. I'm gonna put us on this map, and let me make sure y'all can see it. You cannot.
So-
I do not
Let me
know
fix
we're
that.
talking on the scene.
Oh, okay, there we go.
I think I
So
fixed it.
where on this map would this village be?
I would love to show you. Mine's still loading. So I will ping once I can see it to you.
I can see it.
Oh, that's fun. Let me refresh. Oh, it's not gonna let me see anything. Oh, there we go. Twitch can see it. While I wait for mine to load, I will fix that one. Also, if you can't draw maps and you're like me, Fiverr is a great place to find somebody to draw the map for you.
Piper is a great thing.
Yeah, and I love how it turned out, and like he did really well with it. I'm gonna make a note so I can do that and add it. So whenever I talk about it,
That's good.
none of this has maps, and so there's one thing where it's like, oh, I don't know if I can, because I've never made a map before, and it's a pretty unique thing. I don't want to give it away, but I was like, I'm gonna reach out and see if he would happen to make this, and he made the other map for me too, and it turned out really well. Okay, so on
nice.
this map, and it was only like I think $5 for him to do it, so that was also super nice. Okay, you all would be hex 14. Okay. So you all are currently in this hex here that I've pinged, and you're probably like right in the center of it. The reason I wanted to pull up this map is so the way that this game is kind of set is each of these hexes that you see on the map will take you about 4 hours to travel completely through. So it is pretty expansive. The reason you were able to get as far as you did is because King Oberon did move the group, and this is where he's left you. But if you had been like walking it from like where you respectively had fallen, from the sky and stuff, like depending on exactly where you were going, you were looking between 4 to 8 hours to get there.
Oh, okay.
So that's just one thing to kind of keep in mind with this, and this is something that's very different for me. Like I've never really done a hex crawl and like thought through it, but going between each of the different hexes is going to take you roughly about that 4 hours. And so for each of you, I would say, let me look at my hexes to see where you would be. Rotron, let's start with you because yours might be a little easier for me. Do you think you would be a beach person, or would you be more in the forest?
Definitely douche first, and that's where all the lost things end up.
Okay, so I would say you actually probably live down in this bottom hex where you can see there is like a cave entry and stuff down there. So you're probably living somewhere in that area. Who else is? And then Aphid would be.
I'd
Aphid, you
probably
would
be living
probably
like
you would live over in this area here. This is the fairy forest, so I feel like that's a very easy fitting thing.
yeah.
Yeah. And
I
then
feel like that's very fitting as well.
who am I forgetting? It's Brandel. I was like I knew who I was forgetting, but I couldn't think of your character's name. Where like I'm assuming with Ranger Forest, do you think that Brandel with like the connection and stuff like to like the Fae and fairies, do you think that you would be like close to them then? And I feel like this was
Yeah,
in your yeah. So
I was
you would
thinking like this is kind of like the fairy forest. He's probably like lived maybe like in the kind of like this little forest area up here, not too far and
Mm-hmm.
everything, and like would it be kind of like a corner in the map, going the whole like he lived in the village that's kind of like secluded from everything else, like didn't really something really going on. I think kind of like in that little corner next to Fairy Forest would probably be
Okay.
where he lived at.
Yeah, and I would say you were probably like right on like the edge of it, so like just a little bit outside and stuff, like not like right in the middle of that hex. But yeah, so that kind of gives a little bit of an idea of where you all are. So as Uncle Poppy is talking to you all, and like like this festivity is going to probably last pretty well into the evening, if not like lasting all evening long. And so like he looks over, at the group and was like, yeah, so is there anyone else who would like to stay with Roland and Pointy here at the inn? We can definitely make arrangements. We have another room, and with Avid being so small, I feel like that would be appropriate for you three if you wanted to stick around.
Do you not have like a fairy-sized room?
Mm. Well, of course we do. If it we like, but we put it like within the larger rooms so we don't like the spacing gets kind of weird and stuff. And like, so what it would be is this, like, the fairy sized rooms are kind of like, if you've ever seen where people like make like the little, I mean, they do it for like their dogs. I don't think anyone does it for like a mouse, but like in movies where you've seen like the mouse has like the little door and there's like a room, that would be like
A
what the
mouse hole?
fairies.
Yeah.
Yeah, a mouse hole, but it's like up higher, so like you can fly up to it. It's like
It's
not
like
ground
near the
level.
ceiling.
Yeah, it's near the ceiling, but it is within the different rooms just because it's easier.
There's
Gotcha.
probably like a little door at the top of the door. You open it, and then like there's another door for like a small room.
Yeah, and the way that they like have it set up is like you are able, so like um you're not just zooming in to the room like, and like seeing everybody else who is in the room and might, not be in their appropriate clothing. Like there's like a tunnel that kind of goes through and like takes you to where yours is, so like it's very private even though it is embedded within another room. Just making use of
Cute.
that ceiling space.
I like it.
Yeah. So Uncle Poppy looks over and he's like, "So Aphid, you're in slumber party at the
Yeah.
funny uncle?"
I mean, it'll take a while to get home if I went home. And I'd rather not take
Well, and
ages to get home.
if you have a lot of meat to drink, you probably shouldn't be flying home at night. That's true.
Mm. Can get dangerous when you're flying home at night. You don't fly under the influence. It's dangerous. You always have a buddy.
Yes,
Yeah, well,
everyone
I don't know. I
remember.
feel like maybe. Yeah, eh,
Are you saying you've
it's
flown
not
over?
that bad. Flying under the influence isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Rotron, what about you? Do you think are you gonna walk the beach tonight, or do you think you're gonna hang out here?
Oh, yeah, it's like a whole 8 hours just to get back to my house. Like, nah.
Brando, I think you've got the furthest journey, and you have to go across the river there. And I don't think you fly, so you're probably staying, aren't you?
Yeah, but I think for me, being like in the wilderness and everything, I've kind of gotten a lot more used to just sleeping outside. So I think I'll sleep on top of the big mushroom, like a nice. I think that'll be a nice little area for me to sleep on.
Well, we have the mushroom. Like, it might not. I don't know. Well, I don't know how. I mean, Basil, he doesn't really say much, but Parsnip, I'm not sure she's gonna go for that. But we have the platform up on here at the Funny Uncle that you could lay on.
Oh yeah, I guess that'll work. That'd be great.
Yeah, it's a beautiful view, especially if it's a clear night, and it's supposed to be crystal clear tonight. So I think you'll like it, and like you even get a little bit more privacy since there's those flowers and things up there. You can kind of use to kind of hide behind if you want. So yeah. Well, I mean that's set. You all are definitely welcome to stay. Should we go up and I know the others know, but if you want to go check out your space, Pointy and Roland, like you're welcome to, or you can leave it for later. And he kind of looks. He's like, did you all come with anything? And he's like trying to see if you brought stuff with you.
Not like a whole lot, at least for me. You know.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, if you all want to go and settle into your room or at least know where it is in case I mean I've done it myself. I've had a few too many meads and mixed it with the honey wine and next thing I know I don't know left from right and up from down. So maybe you want to check it out before you engage in the festivities. Just so you have an idea of where the room is.
It could
The honey
also be
wine
good
is
to just like
very
rest as well.
I mean, yeah, you all do have some time before everything really gets going. I know you might want to check out a few more things, especially if you're feeling the gnome vibe and you're wanting to hang out with us more, you might want to know more about the area, so maybe not waiting right until the festival, but you might want to explore around a little bit after you take a little nap. I can relate to that.
post breakfast nap.
Yeah, so oh yeah, sometimes after I've had especially when I have if we get those wild turkeys, those are delicious, but then it just like knocks me out for days. So yeah, I totally understand needing a rest after a good hearty meal. I forgot. Did you need more pie and Aphid, I forgot your cake and we've got apple pie. Let me grab that real quick. And he like hurries off and he goes to grab the pies and cake that he had forgotten. He brings them out with another round of drinks. Before we get to that, here you all go. And he sets that in front of the group and he looks around. Okay, much better. And again, um, even the meal, like the room, it's all included. And he kind of like winks and he's like, I mean, it's all free, so like you're good to go.
Just know if you
Can I
ever need
take
anything, you
the
can always ask.
Can I take the tray with the pie? Like, can I just take it for later?
Take it up to your room and devour it in bed.
You
Yeah, is that
know,
is that allowed?
I don't normally like to, but it seems like you might have come a far way and stuff like so. As long as you promise before like you go to the festival or like if you leave that like maybe you put it in the kitchen so it's not up there and then like when you come back you can get it if you haven't eaten it already, then I'm fine with it. But like
Okay, yeah, I could do that. I could do that.
yeah, I don't want any critters, and you don't want any critters up in your room, and
Oh,
he
definitely
doesn't look
not.
like he
Definitely
wants
not. Yeah,
critters. I don't think he would like that. So yeah, and
yeah,
he's
definitely,
motioning at
definitely not.
Roland. Yeah. So he leads you all down, and it's like you go, and it's kind of a decline going down. I guess would be the opposite of incline. You kind of it's not stairs or anything. It's like a ramp going down, and it like winds around and like it's very it's kind of dark. The halls are dark, but there's little candles lit along the walls so like you can see just fine. But it's like musky and kind of feels like mildewy, but like you can tell the place is clean and stuff, but like as you're going, like even like on the sides of the walls and stuff, like it almost seems hairy, if you will. And those of you who've been here before, if you think you've gone in the room, which if it seems like you have, like you know that you are
Yeah.
in the root system of the stump is what is happening here. So like there is, even though like it is as clean as Uncle Poppy can keep it and the people who come and help, like it just has that musky odor and there's some dirt and like the hairiness of it is like those small roots that kind of branch out. That's what's on the walls as you're going down.
Okay.
It's always such an interesting sight to see the roots of a tree. Nature's brilliant, isn't it?
Yes, I just love like how this has really allowed for us to have quite a few rooms to be able to offer people as they need space and as they're passing through. And then he like leads you all to the 2 rooms that are open for the evening. And like when you go in, the room is very small. But like it's cozy. Like so it's not uncomfortable. It's small and cozy. It is like it looks to be carved out like that, and that's the same as the hallway. Like these roots have kind of been carved into, like chipped away, if you will, to get that root matter out. And it is over oval like in shape, so it's not like a square room. And there is um what appears to be a window, and like it looks like light is coming through from that spot as well. The curtains have looked to be handcrafted, and they have very bright floral patterns on them. Not like not parsnip bright, but like just very cheerful to kind of make it so this darkness of the room is more vibrant. The beds are made for gnomes though, so you taller folk are probably gonna hang over the bed a
A
bit.
little
And
bit, yeah.
yeah, there are very well made patchwork quilts, several of them, because it does get a little drafty in here. And there's a wooden box, and on top of that there is a spare set of clothes that have been placed there, along with some slippers.
There's some new quilts. They look nice.
I don't wear clothes.
Yeah, so everything's there. Uncle Poppy like opens the door. He gestures towards the fairy room that would be open for Aphid, and it's like right between both rooms. He's like, we had a group that was supposed to be coming, and they were bringing a fairy friend, and I don't know what they were getting up to, but they canceled last minute. Not sure what happened. Yeah, they sent their
Yeah.
bird over
Peculiar.
with a message and saying that they were canceling.
Strange.
That's very peculiar.
I mean, I think sometimes fate just happens, and this was meant for you. And from what I gather, I think there might have been a pretty bad breakup. I don't know. The fairy, even for me, was kind of hard to understand. Lots of emotion, very high pitched ringing. He
Yeah,
looks at
when
Roland and Pointy when he says that.
we get a little emotional, our speech tends to get a little too fast for most people to understand, and then it just gets even more frustrating that nobody understands us, and then it spirals out of control sometimes. It happens.
I'm yeah, I'm pretty fluent in the language, and even sometimes this can be hard for me to keep up.
Well, I probably should get back up to the pies in the kitchen and the people who are in the tavern. Is there anything I can get for you all before I step away?
I think I'm doing great. Honestly, I just kind of need to lay down. It's been a wild morning. Ugh. Very wild, so.
Oh yeah, you're gonna.
You can't do that, dude.
Mm.
I thought
Yeah,
that was real fake.
I think was that real.
Partially, yeah.
Yeah,
I did not get a whole lot of sleep last night, but
Fair
yeah.
enough.
I mean, you're flying. How could you have slept?
exactly that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you all will have plenty of time to do a short rest. If you are needing that, you won't have time for a long rest though, unless you're going to miss some of the festivities.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So I don't know if Brandon will know this, but is the pie eating contest the only contest they're hosting in the festival, or is there any others they're doing?
I think there's plenty of them. There's probably like
Yeah,
a million or two, and some of them you'd miss because you're doing another contest.
yeah. So I would say between
How it is.
oh, I dropped my cover to my glasses. I would say between the three of you, you all would know like a mixture of like there's like standard kind of carnival games like hoop toss, some like juggling game, a bean bag toss, the like strongman
Archery.
hammer. There's a duck pond. I'm guessing Aphid's probably visited that one or
Oh,
Rotrom.
most definitely.
There's a fortune teller that's present, and then of course, like the Melody, the bard, is out and about. There's performances that happen. There's a dance off as well. Um, but like the pride and joy is definitely the pie eating contest for sure.
Okay, cool. Huh. Definitely gonna get Miranda in that dance off. He's gonna do a little boogie.
Oh,
Don't blame it on the sunshine.
Yeah.
Don't blame it on the moonlight.
All right,
All
cool.
right. So you all are settling into your rooms, and as you're doing so, is there any? And I would say Roland and Pointy are in the same room. Aphid, you have like your own little fairy space that's in between, and then Brandel is there, and I guess not Brandel, Rotram is there, and Brandel, you're going to for the evening sleep up on the platform of the funny uncle. So would you have gone down with the group or to like rest now, or what do you think?
Uh, I'll probably just take a little rest. He's still a little hurt, a little exhausted from the maze. You know, he took a little bit of a beating to eliminate his, didn't exactly get him fully tip-top shape.
Yeah. Yeah, so you all go down and you settle, and like as you're there with each other, so Rotram and Brandel, is there anything the two of you would discuss together?
Uh, not too sure, really.
They would probably hang out in one of the rooms, one of the other rooms, and not his fairy room for a
Okay.
while. See if anyone wants to chat.
Yeah. Which room do you think Aphid would go towards? Do you think you'd be trying to get to know the new people more, or would you stick to the people you already know?
I think he'd stick to the people he already knows because he may not enjoy their presence. He just knows them more and is more tolerable to put up with them.
And they understand you.
Yes, and they understand me.
That too, for
Yeah,
sure.
I feel like it'd be a little hard to do a conversation if they only hear like partial what you say.
Well, and I would imagine if it had tried to go in, that Pointy would um maybe politely, maybe not so politely be like, no, I need a break from the bells.
Yeah, a little bit. I need
Absolutely.
to kind of go lay down for a minute.
Yeah. And then Pointy, as you are getting settled in, is there anything that you think you would discuss with Roland about, like, because I mean, you all are the ones who really had the adventure of the day. Like, you've gotten here, you're probably pretty exhausted from having flown
Yeah.
in.
I think me and him will have a conversation next session when he's back
Okay.
about like what's the plan? Like do we stick with these people for a while? Like what do we want to do?
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. And that does kind of like we're at 142. I feel like this is a really since we are missing someone, I think this is a really good stopping point for us. So as we gear up to stop, how are you all feeling so far about Neverland, the setting, how things are going as we get ready to raid and going from there?
I like
I'm
the
having a
setting a
lot of
lot.
fun,
It's
honestly. This is
cute.
pretty
It's
great.
cute. Very
Yeah,
cute.
I love all just the little bits, like just to like, oh, you can't understand them, and the little bits of just like lore you get, um, like
yeah,
Rotorum being a little wary of the festival, and then the lore about him not winning the last pie eating contest. I enjoy that. That's like my bread and butter.
Nice.
yeah. I'm definitely really enjoying this. Honestly, this campaign is pretty refreshing compared to my others, since this is a lot more roleplay heavy rather than being
Mm-hmm.
a lot of combat. Some of the others is definitely a little more tipping towards combat heavy. So this is actually really, really nice.
Yeah.
Cause like even the maze, I'm the only one
Was
actually
dope.
like fighting, and like I didn't need to.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing is like the setting is going to lean more into that kind of exploring and like the relationship building piece, and not to say that we won't have combat, like that there will be that, but like we
Yeah, we have
aside
pirates
from
to fight.
yeah, you have pirates. Aside from like the maze, like I mean we're 3 sessions in and we haven't had combat, and for me I wouldn't consider the maze combat because the only person whose ass got kicked was Brandel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost got knocked unconscious. I'm very thank God for
Yeah,
the disengage action.
I'm very
Question.
enjoying.
Yeah. I'm glad that you're
What do we
enjoying it
think?
too. Yeah, go for it.
What do we think happened to Aphid during that maze session?
I
Do
would
you think he did?
say, honestly, I would say with your connection to King Oberon, you probably actually didn't participate in it. Like, I feel like that seems very fitting to it. And if, like,
I
at
totally just
most,
skipped over it and watched everyone else struggle.
yeah,
I'd like that.
and I feel like at most you might have been sent in, and obviously this is, like going backwards on it. Like you might have been sent in to kind of like maybe buzz around a bit and get people turned in the right direction. But like you yourself, like you were just hanging out with King Oberon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just chilling, having a nice conversation.
Yeah. All right, I am
Yeah.
gonna start a raid, and we all can keep talking if we want. But we're going to head, as long as they don't have follower only up. We're gonna head to Throwing Swords. They're a small group that streams D&D also. So let me get that going. Perfect. They are not follower only, and I'm gonna put our ending screen up. All right, thank you all for tuning in, and we will be back not next week, but the following week with some more Neverland. So thank you for stopping in. Hit follow if you haven't already, and let's get ready to go see Throwing Swords.